Good morning. It is May 15th. We're going to do our handyman special video for the week of May 15th. I'm Randy Jenkins. As always, we're going to focus on Pasco County. First, we're going to look at the market. And when I do this, I want you to look down here in the corner and you see there's 3,556 properties right now available in Pasco County. Uh, this number, for comparison purposes, during COVID was under 700. Right now, there's 2,069. I'm pointing with my cursor down here, 2,069 properties that are currently pending. And what we're going to look at today are the handyman specials, handywoman specials. We're going to look at fixer-uppers. And the way that we do this is by looking at list price per square foot. Interestingly, I was running $100 a square foot and less 3 or 4 months ago. I had to go up to $135 recently in some of my videos. But today I've looked at it at $105. There are 22 matches for $105 a square foot. Now, we don't want the condominiums. We don't want the farms. We are going to do manufactured homes, mobile homes, and single family homes. And we still get 18. I'm going to click on modular homes just for the fun of it. And there aren't any. Interestingly, there are 5 properties in Pasco County that are mobile homes, but you won't find them because they're under modular homes, which is, maybe they are modular homes, but people who are shopping for mobile homes may not have modular homes clicked. Anyway, so we're going to look at these 18 properties. If you're shopping right now, these are the properties that are less than $105 a square foot. This is right under $60,000. It's $150 a month to live in Cody River Mobile Home Co-op. This is right on the river, so if you have a boat and $150 isn't a challenge, you can rent a boat slip and go out to the Gulf from this complex. This is only 1 bedroom and 1 bath. Sleepy Hollow Mobile Homes, another 1-1, just under $70,000. And by the way, just because they're cheap does not mean they're a good deal. This is $71,000 in Senate Manor. This is a little bit confusing because it's a land lease. It shouldn't keep you from being in that community. It's just a different structure. Griffin Park, $75,000. This is $104 a square foot for 3 bedrooms. It's the cheapest 3-bedroom property in the market. It's not a condo or a townhouse or a villa. You can't get a townhouse or a villa for that price, but there are condos for less than 75 grand. The problem is they want $400 or $500 for the HOA fee. Spanish Trails Village, done a deal in there once. This has been on the market for 8 days. They're asking $81 a square foot. And the monthly fee on that one is $95. These are really retail houses. They're not really the handyman fixer-up or fix and flips, but they are the cheapest price per square foot, and that's the criteria we're using today. $87,000 for a 2-2. And by the way, I didn't filter out 55 and older. I didn't filter out flood zones. This is 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, a 1935 house. Handyman Investors, been on the market for 13 days. So this is the kind of, property that investors might call on. The problem is on these old frame houses, you have to wonder if they're viable or if they're firewood. And here we go. Sandalwood Mobile Home Park, $90,000. Fixer Upper. Hammond Drive, $94,000. Silver Bend, $105,000. The big thing is the price per square foot. We're at $99 a square foot. 2-bedroom, 1.5 baths, $101 a square foot. $102 a square foot. Margaret, this one is up in the air. I talked about this one before. This one likely flooded twice, and I say it didn't flood, but the ground floor likely flooded twice in the last 12 months. 118 grand, $103 a square foot. I pondered if there's a view of the Gulf, but they don't show it in the listing. Daffodil in Tippecanoe Village, $120,000, $104 a square foot. This is $80 a month. These are a lot of these are really retail properties. They're not. They're. Is there room to buy it and resell it and make money? I mean, generally that's what my investor customers want. They're looking for, fix and flips. And is this worth $160,000? I'll tell you, call in. We'll jump on a Zoom call. We'll go through the numbers. We'll look at the solds. Look at this cheapest 4-bedroom house in the market. It's not a house. That's a mobile home. How much land does this have? It's under a quarter of an acre. $93 a square foot for a 4-bedroom house. 125 grand. Pine Tree. This one's been on the market for 5 days. It's another 4-bedroom. And Bonita Village. And this one has been fixed up. This is actually a retail deal. Somebody already probably fixed it up. Well, this one has an old bathroom and old kitchen. It wasn't fixed up, but it is in allegedly move-in condition. Okay, so how do you follow the market? You don't follow the market by watching the actives. You follow the market by watching the pendings and the solds. So let's do the pendings. 25 pendings in this criteria. And what we're going to be looking for primarily is the days on market. This one under contract in 10 days at $90 a square foot. This is, I think it's firewood. Let's just skip it. Although if there's asbestos, you don't want to burn it. 13 days to go under contract when it was listed at $87 a square foot. 6 days to go under contract at $90 a square foot. 9 days, $87 a square foot. 147 days at $89 a square foot. This is Senate Manor. This is one of those in the land lease. Generally, they're, you fear the unknown, but I know about this community. I can explain it to you so that you can decide if you want to be a part of a land lease. Yeah. $85,000, $94 a square foot. No, not a flood zone. 216 days on the market. Can't wait to see what that actually sold for. More firewood, maybe. A 1940s home, 812 square feet. Went under contract in 211 days. 1 day on the market. If you watched my video on the 26 tips, I did on sale versus price to sell versus for sale. And this one was obviously, 1 to 3 days, it's priced to sell. $63 a square foot. On Brewer, this is actually not a flood zone, but a lot of that neighborhood is a flood zone. That was the deal of all the properties we've looked at so far. Buena Vista Manor, 3 bedrooms. Oh my God, $79 a square foot. I had the perfect buyer for this, but she couldn't see the value. She was looking at $140,000 properties versus a $90,000 property. 63 days on the market. $301 a square foot. Oh, this is Colony Cove. This is that same neighborhood with the, it's on the river that has the great boat ramp, great marina where you can park your boat in the water. Highland Meadows. This is 1 acre. Went under contract in 4 days. $109,000, call it $110,000. $91 a square foot, and you get an acre. All right, so arguably this one is a better deal than the one. Oh, wait a minute. This one has no roof. All right, well, this is a pending, so it's not worth going too deep into it because it's not available. Pending in 7 days at just at $90 a square foot. Pending in 11 days. Char off of Massachusetts. Pending in 54 days at $102 a square foot. 5 days. Old Pasco Road, up and coming. Actually, it's not even up and coming. It's coming. It's already up. I mean, Griffin Park. Hey, who's the listing agent on that? Randall Jenkins. That's me. $104 a square foot. Took 73 days. I don't want to talk about that one. All right, look at this. Old Trilby Road went under contract finally. $61 a square foot. If you watch my other handyman specials, I talked about this and hoped one of you buyers would reach out and say, I'll take it, or let's make an offer. 4 days on the market at $102 a square foot. We have 5 more pendings. We got to get through this. 3 days on the market, obviously priced to sell. 0 days on the market. Block home, $86 a square foot. I don't know what that is, but it might be a demolition order. Let's move on. If it was an active listing, we would talk about it. Vista Del Mar. This is a waterfront Gulf access property for $97 a square foot. Remember this name, Vista Del Mar. That's the cheapest waterfront Gulf access in the market. Chicago in Osceola Heights. I talked about this. This took 116 days. I didn't see the property, but certainly fascinating. Here's a block home that went pending in 41 days at $95 a square foot. All right, let's do the solds, because the solds is where the market is. It's not the actives. In the last 180 days, there's been 75 properties that sold in this criteria. Let's try to get it down to a manageable number. Here's 14 of them in the last 30 days. These are the ones we're going to look for on the difference between this one's listed at 40,000, this one's sold at 40,000. It was on the market twice. The second time it sold in 0 days, $54 a square foot. Wow, you haven't seen one sell at that price in a while. This one sold at $80 a square foot. They were asking $64,000. It sold for $56,000. This home has 3 sheds. Count them. 1, 2, 3. You got to watch my video on bad words in real estate. I didn't include that. That's look what sold. Via Plaza has some real challenging permitting problems. They were asking $69,000. It sold for $60,000 at $53 a square foot for a block home. Rex Street in Parkwood Acres asking $74,900, sold for $70,500. Sold for $97 a square foot. Cody River Mobile Home Co-op. We've talked about there's 2 of them available in this community. This sold for $71,000, $150 a month. It says it's an X500 flood zone, which is pretty interesting because it is on the river. And, or not this property, but this community is on the river. They were asking $71,000. It sold for $71,000 in 59 days. Sandra, Brown Acres, asking $85,900, sold for $85,900 in 3 days. Well, it went under contract in 3 days. The closing obviously would have taken maybe another 2 or 3 weeks if it was a cash buyer, maybe 5 or 6 days even. $90,000, sold over the asking price. Look at this. This is interesting to me because I have one in there. Sold over the asking price in 25 days. What is going on? You know, I always say there's a story, but we don't know what it is. Here's more firewood, 283 days. It's a bank-owned property. They were asking $99,000. It sold for $97,000, $92 a square foot. Ohio Street, $119,000 list price. Sold for $115,000 in 74 days. Buena Vista Manor, asking $115,000, sold for $125,000, $10,000 over the asking price. Story. I don't know the story, but there's a story. All right, Greensboro, very familiar. Saw it 3 times. Knew they'd take look at what they took, $145,000. Wow, that's a big unit, 1,500 square feet, sold in 62 days, above the asking price. $160,000, 14 days, sold for $20,000 over the asking price. Glenwood in Wesley Chapel, asking $199,000, sold for $195,000 in 3 days. Angus Valley, half an acre. And list this sales $96 a square foot, sold for $95 a square foot. So to change things up, I'm wearing Carter Jenkins' hat. Carter Jenkins is my nephew, and he is an American actor. And here he is on, if you Google him, these are some of his TV shows. He's been in a bunch of movies. Valentine's Day, Bad News Bears, Aliens in the Attic, Struck by Lightning. Anyway, I'm wearing his hat. Hey, I'm Randy Jenkins. I want to be your realtor or your advisor. This is my contact information. Maybe next week I'll do just the block homes. So if you're watching this, like it, love it, follow it. Appreciate the opportunity to compete for your business. Wish you the best. Have a great day.